Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back. So good to be back. I really missed you. I hope you had a restful break, an amazing break, and that you had a lot of fun. Now it's time to come back to class and let's get ready to master what's left of this school year. Are you ready? Today we will begin a new unit about weather. So you guys will become weather scientists. How fun, isn't it? I'm gonna start by sharing my screen so we can start talking about weather. Okay, here we go. All right, boys and girls, what is the weather like today? Who can tell me what is the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? How does the sky look like? Is it windy, rainy, snowy? There's so many types of weather, different types of weather. And today your role as a weather scientist is to tell me everything you see outside that can give us a clue about how is the weather. Today you will predict what the weather is by watching a picture, by looking and observing a picture. Okay, here we have two fancy words, predict and observing. Do you remember what those two words mean? Don't worry, we're about to keep learning more about those two fancy words. As I was saying, as weather scientists, we will use what we learn to solve some interesting problems about sunlight and different types of weather. Let's begin by thinking about what we already know about weather. What do you know about weather, or how do we describe the weather? I already mentioned a few words that are gonna help us describe the weather. A rainy, sunny, cloudy. Those are some words that are gonna help us describe the weather. And to learn more about this, we're gonna read this story. This story is called What is the Weather Like Today? And this is about a girl who observes the weather. Are you ready? Good, I'm glad you're ready. Here we go. Every morning, I wake up with the question, what is the weather like today? To find out, I go to my window and look outside. The weather today might be different than it was yesterday. Weather can be sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy, or snowy. There are other types of weather too. Some days I look outside and everything is wet. Drops of water are falling from the sky. I see puddles on the sidewalk. What is the weather like today? Any guesses? Here we can make a prediction. Remember, a prediction is what I think will happen. So let's pretend that you go to your window and look outside and you see everything is wet. You see drops of water falling from the sky and you see puddles on the sidewalk. What do you think the weather is like today? Well, I know that everything outside is wet. I know that there are drops of water on the plants. I know that there are raindrops falling outside of the girl's window. When everything is wet outside, it often means that it's exactly raining. I predict that the weather is rainy. Let's see if we were right. I can use what I know to make a prediction about what the weather is like today. And that's what we did. We used the information that we had or what we already knew to make our prediction. Now, I can check my prediction. Let's see if I was right or I was wrong. I'm gonna keep reading. The weather today is rainy. Gray clouds cover the sky. Rain is falling from the clouds. Sometimes the rain falls lightly. Sometimes it rains so hard I can barely see the houses across the street. It is raining hard today. I will wear my rain boots and raincoat and bring my umbrella to school with me. So when the days are rainy, gray clouds cover the sky. Some days when I look outside, the sky is blue and everything looks bright. Leaves are flying through the air. The grass is bending over and the bushes are swaying. The branches of the trees are moving back and forth. Tell me, boys and girls, what is the weather like today? Let's think. Let's make our prediction. Check the information that we already have. The sky is blue and everything looks bright. Leaves are flying through the air. The branches of the trees are moving back and forth, back and forth. What do you think? Do you think it's rainy? Do you think it's cloudy, snowy, windy? How do you think the weather is like today? I think it's windy. The weather today is sunny and windy. There are no clouds and the sun is high in the sky. Sunlight is shining on houses, trees, people, and everything else. The wind is blowing. It blows leaves through the air and makes branches sway. The sunlight is very bright today, so I'm going to wear my sunglasses. I'll keep my hair tied back to keep the wind from blowing it around. Some days I look outside and see ice crystals on my window. Outside everything looks white and still. White flakes are falling to the ground. I can see the footprints of animals that have passed by in the night. What is the weather like today? Any guesses? Let's think, boys and girls. Let's make a prediction. Let's use the information that we already have, the things that we already know, and let's come up with a prediction. I see ice crystals. Well, the girl sees ice crystals on the window. Everything looks white. White flakes are falling, and she can see the footprints of animals. So what do you think? Look at the picture. And what do you think the weather is like today? Yes, you are right. The weather today is snowy. When clouds get very cold, snowflakes form in the clouds. Then the snowflakes start falling to the ground. If enough snowflakes fall, they can form piles of snow. I am going to wear warm boots, a coat, and a scarf today. Some days I look outside and the sky is gray. It's daytime, but it's not very bright outside. I don't see the sun in the sky. What is the weather like today? The weather today is cloudy. When there are thick clouds in the sky above us, we can't see the sun. The sky looks gray and it is not bright outside. Even though we can't see the sun, it's still there, behind the clouds. There are many types of weather. On different days, the weather can be sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy, or snowy. There can even be more than one type of weather at the time. I want to be ready for whatever the weather brings. I might need sunglasses to prepare for sunny weather. To prepare for rain, I might need a raincoat. I want to know what the weather will be like each day so I can always be prepared. And that was the end of the story. Let's review our vocabulary word, our fancy word, predict. Predict means that you are going to use what you already know to decide what you think might happen. So predict means what I think or what you think will happen. And you will make a prediction using the information or the things that you already know. Okay, so for today, boys and girls, you will have 2 assignments, okay? The first one, I'm gonna ask you to go outside, observe. Do you remember what observe means? Observe is to watch something very, very carefully using your 5 senses, which are sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. Okay, so you will go outside and you will use your 5 senses to observe the weather. You will feel outside, you will feel cold or hot or maybe the wind. You will see the sky. You will check for snow or raindrops or what else? Or the sunlight. Okay, so you will observe the weather. You will go outside and make an observation about how the weather is. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, you will complete a predict. I know you guys like predict, don't you? So I hope you like it. Don't forget to make your drawing about how the weather is and also finish the predict. All right? Okay, boys and girls, that was it for today's science class. I will see you tomorrow. Have fun outside watching the weather. Bye.